This is the best guitar travel and practice amp in 2023. My name is Joven and welcome to Project Beats. If you like this type of video, help me out by hitting subscribe. We'll dive straight into unboxing and sound demo. Check out the chapters to skip to any section you like. Okay, before I share my thoughts, this is not a guitar channel and I don't claim to be an expert, but I do teach guitars and do home lessons quite a bit, and I do love gear. You probably seen a lot of reviews of this tiny amp by now, so I'll just go over what stood out for me and how I use this tiny amp. Number one, it sounds amazing for its size. Also, it can fill up a room or a living room type of loudness. Number two, the size. It now practically lives in my guitar bag because, as I have mentioned, I do home lessons quite a bit, and it is the perfect solution for me. It's lightweight and compact. Number three, the presets and effects sounds really good. I'm honestly impressed by how the stock effects sounds. And of course, you can dive in and tweak things as you like. Of course, there will be some type of limitation somewhere just because of the physics, the size, and all that. But I honestly think it's the best first amp for students, also for travel and practice amp. Number four, I like the cloud preset. If you're not quite sure what you're doing with the settings and all that, that's a good place to start. There's a lot of presets to choose from by users and different artists. You can take hours just exploring those. And then you can save those to your favorites, even save them to your SparkGo hardware preset, so you don't need the app for the next time you want to practice with it. Next, the headphone amp or line out. It sounds great. Stereo sounds amazing. And in theory, in a pinch, you could use this as a line out. I imagine it can sound great in a gig or in a live situation. I haven't personally tried it, but I imagine it can be useful. Next, of course, is a great practice amp. It's loud enough for room practice. It sounds really good for a tiny amp. 7, I forget where we are, but 7, I think, if you explore the music tab, they have a lot of great backing tracks to jam with. They have nicely laid out tabs and chords. It's sort of like YouTube inside the app, but with the convenience of it being inside it. Okay, some features that are kind of meh for me. Number one would be the Smart Jam. It's kind of meh, the AI drummer thing. I'm mainly a drummer, so you would know I'm gonna be picky. It's alright. I think you are better off just shuffling through the Music Explore page and searching for like 60 BPM funk drum beat or something like that. That would sound miles better. And I think that would be much more inspiring to play along with. Number two, Quick Jam is useful. Gives you a good song form to practice on your solos, your riff, your chords, and whatnot. It's kind of uninspiring to play with, sound quality wise, but it works and I think it's okay. Again, searching the music tab would give you much better sounding practice backing tracks. Some songs would also provide you with a song form as well, with a click and all that. I would just consider this features to be bloatware. Number 3, there is Apple Music connection. It is kind of weird. I can't speak for the Spotify feature since I canceled that long ago. I'm assuming it's the same experience. You can link your Apple Music, but you can't really search for songs. It will just take your playlist and then give you a similar YouTube video with auto AI tabs in it. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of those auto tabs chords. Maybe it will get better in the future, but those are kind of hit or miss for me. Maybe it's better now. I really haven't checked it out in a long time. I think it's better to support those creators that spend time to write down accurate chords and tabs. Just my opinion. Okay, let's go to some of my wish list. I mentioned I use this for teaching, right? So I play music from Google Drive. That will be a separate app. The volume control for music in the app or in the amp will be a bit too loud for 100% at times. If I press one step down here, it will turn my music backing track down by about 75 to 80%. And that is a big jump. So I either have to have music backing track at full blast or unintelligible. I wish it was a finer control between that one step. Number two, another thing with Google Drive, they give us an option to access Google Drive in the video recording mode, which is great, but why not in the Music Explore tab or anywhere in the main app? I would love to see Google Drive in there or some type of custom music playback where it would let us choose our own songs or own tracks.
Well, you could just play the songs in Google Drive in Bluetooth mode, right?
Well, technically, yes, but if I use two separate apps at one time, my problem is while music is playing back, and I have to jump from preset 3 to, let's say, 1, when I go back in the Spark app, switching apps to change my preset from the app, my music will stop. If Google Drive Music Playback is within the app, I don't think this will be a problem. I know you could switch effects like a normal guitar player with the use of a Spark control or the cheaper X-Sonic Airstep Spark Edition. I'm just saying if I don't want to carry another gear or spend more for that, I should be able to do that within the app. Sound quality is great for guitar, but for music playback, if you want to use this as a portable Bluetooth speaker, technically you can, but the sound quality would be EQ'd specifically for guitar. That means your music would sound mid-rangey, tailored for guitar and not really for music playback. I get that when you're practicing and you're playing your guitar and all that. And of course, you want the guitar to be the protagonist. I wish there is a music playback mode. I know there's EQ setting in the app, but even in balance mode, it still sounds guitar biased. Okay, next, there is a self-video recording mode. You could use your phone, and I love that they gave an option to use Google Drive to import songs because I have tons of library in there. You could use the main camera in the back to get good quality video recording. But man, the sound quality out of that recording is horrible. Hopefully they fix that in future updates. But it just sounds bad. I don't know what it is. I tried listening through my speakers here. I'll be honest, I don't love it. If it's good for you, then great. Okay, next. Just a little thing. There is high-Z option, but it's under the menu. I just wish it's front and center, easy to find. That's all. Tiny thing. Next up, I wish it has better recording interface tools and functionality. You could use it as a recording interface and it works for the iPad too. Logic iPad immediately recognized it, no problem. I was able to record with clean sounds from the Spark Go, no problems. But heavier guitar effects would then introduce a bit of noticeable latency, at least for my testing. Hopefully, it's something that they can fix in a future firmware update. Another thing is when you're using it in interface mode, volume control goes away. Why? I don't know what's happening here, guys, but maybe I missed it. Let me know if it's there. Also, I wish they would give us gain setting control. Although you could probably do that within the effects, within the amp. I just wish there's an easier gain settings. I may be just too used to doing it with the interface preamps and hardware where I could set the gain easily. A bit of an ask, but yeah, I wish it has a better control and functionality if you're using it as an interface. But with that being said, overall, I still think it's an amazing tiny little amp. Some of the other features may or may not be useful for you, but for the package and what it can do, I say it's worth it. It's not a sponsored video, if you can't tell. I actually ordered this from the US because I didn't know when they will bring it in Singapore, but they brought it right away. That's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop me a like and let me know what you think about this tiny amp. If you'd like to support the channel, best way is by subscribing. And if you want to see a bit more IRL, follow me on Instagram. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, see you guys in the next project. What was that Instagram, Twitter app? I forget about it. Threads. Are you guys on Threads? What do you think about Threads? You still here? Okay, for you guys that stay until the end, if you guys are wondering why there is a guitar content in this channel, I'm sort of changing up things to do more music production related videos, and I like to share most of the music related things that I acquire along the way. Hopefully this all makes sense in future videos. I have something new cooking up for you guys, or something that I like to do. I'm not sure actually if it's for you or for me. Hopefully for both of us. I feel at least I owe you guys this update, especially for my OG subscribers. You guys are legends. I think this channel is too small to make a separate channel video update. So that's it for the small update. Okay, bye.